Hi, it's Marianne from Remax. Now that you've made the decision to get married, I thought I'd talk a little bit about a decision that you might make in buying a house. It's much like getting married in that there is a commitment made. And remember, a commitment to buy a house is actually a 30-year mortgage. It's not a bad decision, it's a good one, because you've got to live somewhere. But I thought maybe I'd tell you a little bit about my story on how I bought my first house. When I left home, my mother, very smart lady, says to me, "Don't forget, never rent. You'll always buy a house." So I literally walked out of the door with those words, to buy a house. Of course, I couldn't buy a house when I immediately left home. I had to rent. But I ended up renting a home that the city came by and said, "Oh, we want this house and we're going to move it." So I had to move. And then I was straddled with the decision again. Should I go ahead and re-rent or should I buy? Well, after discussing it with my then boyfriend, we decided to buy a house. So off I went. I went out and looked for a home. We found a home. It took us about 6 months to actually find a home. From the time we made the decision to buy to the time that we actually moved in, that was about a 6-month period. That takes about that long, believe it or not, because there's a decision, then there's a plan that has to be followed, and then there's the actual escrow. Our plan was to continue working where we were working. We had really good jobs, and we had to qualify. So we started to save a little bit of money. But in the end, we ended up being, believe it or not, $200 short. It doesn't sound like a lot of money now, but back then, because it was a long time ago, guys, it wasn't just yesterday. This was about 40 years ago. Back then, $200 was a lot of money. I remember standing on the corner of Market and I don't know, some other street in San Francisco in a phone booth calling my mother, telling her, "I need another $200, can you help me?" And my mother, of course, said yes, and she sent me the money to close. So anyway, it's just a little story on how sometimes there are obstacles in order to buy a house. There will always be obstacles, but there's always ways to overcome it. And if you have a plan, it even makes it easier. So if you just got married, or if you're going to get married and you want to buy a house, give me a call. I can help you. There's first-time homebuyer programs, there's MCC programs that help you with the monthly mortgage payment, and you'd have me as your agent. I'm an expert. Give me a call. My name's Marianne Edwards again. My phone number is right down there. It's 562-544-0449. Talk to you later. Call me. Bye-bye.